Paul Harrell, weekdays from 4 to 6. Learn more at paulharrell.com.
Back to the program. It is hour number 2, and also welcome back to the program. We have Mr. Richard Castor is on the line. Richard, thanks for coming by again.
Thank you for having me, Paul. It's a big day.
It is. It is. We have talked about several times the Baxter County Republican Party. By the way, folks, you can go to baxtergop.com to get this information in print for yourself. The Lincoln Day dinner you guys are putting on September the 30th, bringing Hillsdale College to the Ozarks, the keynote speaker, Dr. Mickey Craig, and we have talked about this, like I said, very recently. But you recently had a new speaker that you're adding.
Yes, sir. Well, our neighbors over in Craighead County, as your listeners know, disinvited their speaker, Miss Jan Morgan, who is just a phenomenal woman, Fox News personality, a national speaker for Second Amendment rights, and heard about her on your show and heard about on Facebook, everyone sharing that post that she wasn't going to be there.
They were kind of upset by
I
that.
called her up. A lot of people are very upset. And we called her up and invited her to come to our dinner. And so I am so happy to announce to your listeners, first time on the radio, that Jan Morgan will be here in Mountain Home September 30th, speaking alongside Dr. Craig of Hillsdale College. We have more than enough time for her, and we are going to just have a blast with it. And we're getting close. You know, this is just the 30th, so it's a few days away. Mm-hmm. So I want to say to everyone, I may get myself in trouble here, but if you're listening to this program, if you're a follower of Jan Morgan and you want to come, I'm going to discount the tickets. They're $40. We're going to bring them down to $30 for any of Jan Morgan fans who want to travel to come up here to Mountain Home. And if you bought a ticket at Craighead County to see Jan Morgan and you want to come to ours, I'll knock off another $10 for you.
Oh, wow.
So, because I know that means you're buying 2 tickets, and they're all going to the Republican Party, but we want you to be able to experience what you wanted to hear, which was Jan Morgan speak truth about what's happening down in Little Rock and what's happening across the nation. And I think it's an incredibly important thing, and we should do whatever we can to echo her voice, to amplify her voice, and get her message out there. I think it's important, so we're excited to have her.
I mean, I'm telling you, that's I mean, you know, where you have opportunity sometimes feels like it gets taken away, and then of course opportunity, doors open the very next day, and so Richard, I mean, you certainly, I think, did a great thing. She already had the time available, and so now she's going to be in Mountain Home, and giving away that Jan Morgan discount. I think that's good too. And you make a good point. It does all go to the Republican Party in some way or fashion, and so I think that's really, really special. And I know you're excited to have her.
We're so excited, and I'll say to my friends and colleagues over in Craighead County, I don't understand why they did this, and I don't want to make any assumptions on why. But I'm going to pick up the rope, and I'm going to say, I want Baxter County and our Republican Party to be leading the charge of conservatism in the state of Arkansas. I want us to be leading the charge of our party platform, the principles of that platform, and we're not going to allow any leader in the party, any type of backroom dealing to dissuade us from those goals.
Well, and
we are focused on those things, and it doesn't matter what angry phone call I get or whatever backroom deal someone tries to make. This is who we are as a party. It's who we should be as a party, and we're going to stand on those principles. And if you want to be a part of that, if you want to help us raise money as Baxter County, and then we are going to use that money to selectively fund conservative Republican candidates across the state, come here, be a part of this dinner. This is the future of the Republican Party of Arkansas.
Yeah.
This is the future of our state, and it's baxtergop.com, and we'd love to see people. I want to give out my phone number, too, for anyone who wants to get in contact with me. It's 870-421-9684. And I'd love to hear from you. We'd love to help you make it to our dinner.
Yeah, and I just want to clarify, in the last 24 hours, I've been in contact with people from the Craighead County Republican Committee, and they are very adamant and apologetic. They did release a statement that this was a big misunderstanding, that there was no backroom deals, and that this was that I guess a spur of the moment thing where somebody invited and then didn't realize they weren't going to have the actual time that needed, and so then that's what they are saying. And at this point, we're basically kind of moving on because it does seem to be. I'm glad that she's got a spot to speak. Let me put it like that. I'm thrilled that she's going up to Mountain Home, and whatever the reasons are, I agree with what you say, Richard, about this. Is the platform and trying to figure out the most conservative candidates and the most conservative places to be is certainly a priority. So I think it's great. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think it's all great.
Absolutely. We are very excited about it, and I don't want to stir up any problems or cause drama, but I want to help be a part of the solution for our state. And, I think this is it. And we are going to just be here to amplify her voice and to really make the future of the Republican Party of Arkansas as conservative and based in our founding principles as it should be. So we're just very excited about that.
Absolutely. All right. So can I get your opinion on some national stuff? We were talking about this before the top of the hour. We were talking about this DACA situation and the wall and the reports that came out that the Democrats came out and said they had reached a deal with Trump and that there was not going to be any border wall. And then, of course, the conservative media is, freaking out about that, as they should be. And then Donald Trump is saying, no, we never did have a deal. So, are you following this at all? And what are your thoughts on this whole situation?
Yes, sir. I think what we are witnessing here is the great scorning of Mitch McConnell. I truly believe, Donald Trump throughout the primary has been successful, and as president, by playing his own game. Everyone else is in the baseball stadium. He's standing in the middle of the football stadium. He's playing his own game by his own rules, and it's fascinating to watch. But I think Paul Ryan and Mr. McConnell embarrassed President Trump with the health care bill, and I think he is throwing them away. I think he is saying, look at this. I can get stuff done. I don't need you. You're worthless to us as a party. So I'm going to go deal with Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, of all people. And, will it be a perfect deal? No. Are we going to love it? No. But I think what he is doing is making a point that if we, the Republican Party, with the largest majority we've ever had since the 1920s, the most power, the most seats, the most votes, we should be able to get his agenda passed. And I think with this deal, what you're seeing is him saying, well, I'm going to get my job done one way or another. And if it takes embarrassing the leadership, that's what he will do. Mm-hmm. And it's fascinating to watch. Is it great for the conservative movement? I'm not too sure. But will it make him have a successful presidency? Possibly. I think only time will tell.
Yeah, it just dawned on me as you said that this is the great scorning of Mitch McConnell. The word rhino has certainly been used before to describe Mitch McConnell, Republican in name only, so that would kind of either make him just like worthless or maybe a Democrat. And so if Donald Trump has made the observation that, hey, the people in leadership are really just, progressives, I just may go deal with these other progressives over here because they might be more reasonable than a Mitch McConnell. Right, and at least he can walk into a room with Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi and know that they disagree. These establishment Republicans will say, well, we're going to, repeal Obamacare until the night of when John McCain puts a thumbs down to the clerk of the Senate. At least he knows what he's getting into, and they can actually make an honest deal. Yeah. So where with these Republicans, you can't trust them as far as you can throw them, half of them up there in D.C. Mm-hmm. So, and we'll all just wait to see exactly what is in this deal he makes, When he says it's going to require massive border security or huge border security, as he put it, what does that mean? Can we agree that we need more Border Patrol agents? Right now, I just read on the UK Daily Mail, there's no Border Patrol agents in this bill. Can we change that? Can we get the Democrats to come and at least let us hire a few thousand more? I think these are questions that we can debate, and I'm going to wait to see what Trump can pull out of a hat. We may be pleasantly surprised or we might get disappointed. And I don't
I think it's a little bit too early to make a call one way or another.
Yeah. My fear is, if you give up on border security or you give up on the wall or, there's just so many audio files of him. I mean, some people have compared it to George H.W. Bush, read my lips, no new taxes. I would compare it to, if you like your health insurance, you can keep your health insurance. I mean, that was said at least 28 times. And, Trump, you say what you want. I mean, we know Trump you've been to a rally for him. You got a special invite up in Springfield, and you look what happened in Phoenix, and you look at these massive rallies, and I just kind of feel like this, we're talking about something that could seriously alienate Donald Trump from his base if he were to give away the wall funding as a negotiating point. And but like you said, we'll wait and see, I guess.
Absolutely. And, I don't think that if it's not in the DACA bill, I'm not willing to give up that it won't be done in the future. I think this might be a little spectacle for the establishment in Washington, D.C. to see what Trump is willing to do to embarrass them. And, I don't think the ball game's over after this one inning. I think this is just a part of the journey of President Donald J. Trump. And I still fully believe we will have a wall on the border before he leaves office.
Well, there we have it. Richard Castor, host of The View from Hillsdale, also the the chairman of the Baxter County Republicans. Richard, give the website where they can get tickets one more time.
Absolutely, BaxterGOP.com, and then they can call me or text me, 870-421-9684. We want to sell tickets, and if you have a family that wants to come, we're going to make you a really good deal. If you can't afford the full price, we want to help you be here because it's going to be an important event to really spark a change, I think, across the state. Change for a more conservative Republican Party of Arkansas, and I think that's an incredibly important thing. So we'd love to have everyone show up.
Can I ask you one more question? So Dr. Mickey Craig, I mean, we know Jan Morgan's going to be there. We know she's got a place to speak now that's amazing. Hillsdale, from Hillsdale College, Dr. Mickey Craig, is he aware of the divide right now in Arkansas politics? I mean, have you been able to make him aware of kind of what's going on here?
Yes, I would say he is aware, and I'm going to leave it to him to kind of just make his own points. I don't want to pretend like I speak for him.
Okay.
But I can tell you this: Dr. Craig is one of the leading experts in our founding fathers, and anyone who disagrees with his principles, that's what he's coming for.
Okay. I think that's all that we need to know. Well, Richard, I'm planning on being there. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. So.
I can't wait to have you, Paul. Thank you.
All righty. Richard Castor, everybody. Folks, ask yourself,